Today, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys taking on Marcus Mariota and the Houston Texans.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Houston Texans and the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gautin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by Marcus Mariota, former 2nd overall pick back in 2015, now in his 8th season in the league.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To the air right away, Mariota. He'll buy some, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their 2nd down call is going to look like now.
To try again after the sack. Mariota now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Mariota now. He's letting it fly for Cooks. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. And that throw there going to put him over 4,000 yards passing now for the season, maybe strengthening his MVP consideration.
And you figure with still a handful of games left to play, 5,000 yards is not totally out of the realm of possibility. The way he is playing, I think he's going to get there.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Marlon Mack, his first carry of the game. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a toss, running left is Mack. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. They'll try to throw now. Mariota forced out to his left. And it's caught. Touchdown. Brevin Jordan with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Texans get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it results in the Texans finding the end zone. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Dak Prescott and Dallas taking the field for their first possession. Dak now in his 7th season in charge of the Cowboys. 2-time Pro Bowler.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
Good. 4 touchdowns with 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right. I think the ratio's pretty good. He'll try and eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
Prescott looks to throw on first. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago. 4 catches, 58 yards.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. That's caught again by Schultz. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Looking to throw. Prescott. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans 36. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 36. Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Second down and 3, ball on the 7. Now Prescott being chased out left. He's got it. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast, but a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fields it right around the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
Here's Mack to get it again on second down. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
Mariota on first down. They'll roll him out right. He's going to let this go deep. Back over the middle. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. It's a gain of 35.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Here's Mariota. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Brevin Jordan with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Texans have taken the lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. Dak Prescott of the offense heading back onto the field. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just...
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And we are tied at 14. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. We're down to the 41. second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. From the 41, Mariota escaping the pressure right. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On third down, Mariota. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Touchdown, Texans. Marcus Mariota with his third touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Texans have broken the tie.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll throw again. Prescott. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. To throw again on second down. Prescott. That's caught once again by Gallup. Touchdown! Michael Gallup on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Taken at the goal line. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Marlon Mack now heading back out there. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Osa Odighizuwa
forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up third down.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half here, Mariota. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. First, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. And it's the Titans with the lead as they hit halftime. Robert Woods, a touchdown catch in that first half. From there, let's get to the Meadowlands to check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. The Giants looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And at the moment, that game is tied with the visiting New York Jets. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
Get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down. Throwing, Prescott. Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. That is incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll take a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 30. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Meanwhile, Dak's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Working with a 2nd and 3. Running wide side, Elliott. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Got an open man, it's Washington. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
A first down throw for Prescott. And he'll get it right back to Washington. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard. Elliott, toss right. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Zeke going to get it on the option. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. To throw is Prescott. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Flush to his right. This will be caught at the 2. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And Lambeau will put this one through, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
65 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Mariota. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. It's a gain of 34.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them a lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Mariota steps away to his left.
Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll throw again. Mariota eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Marcus Mariota, a 12-yard touchdown run.
And the Texans have taken a 4th quarter lead. This has definitely been a back-and-forth affair, and now they have the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and they gave up the field goal on that last drive, as we remember, but it felt like their offense told them, don't worry about it. We've got your backs. We'll come back with a touchdown of our own, and they did.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it was capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run.
is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit.
A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Prescott now. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Texans will take over. And now out comes Houston. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Mariota. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. A huge play there for Houston. 54 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket, because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll toss this right side to Mack. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Here's Mack on the toss. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Toss play. It's Mack. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Marlon Mack with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. So a toss play there does the trick as he's into the end zone.
And you don't run this unless you're sure you've got a guy who has the speed who can get to the edge, because what you're hoping for him to win the race to the corner and turn it upfield to the end zone.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And the end result was a Marlon Mack touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Finding Schultz, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down now, but the clock continues to move. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Here's Prescott finding Washington. And they're going to get this up to midfield. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth.
To throw, Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Schultz. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 34-yard line. Oh, Prescott stripped, and the Texans scoop it. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
And the Texans set to come onto the field. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
He's going to look deep down the field. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker.
And the Cowboys are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Prescott.
He finds his man complete. That's Schultz. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Now Dak.
He finds his man complete. It's Schultz.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. A higher-scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for Houston, they move back over 500 at 7-6. And they'll return home next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville.